No fade outs. No fade outs. Boo. Boo. Boo fade outs. Boo. If anybody is like a long time watcher from previous live streams, you know how I feel about fade outs. They're lazy. Granted, it could be. So this is giving. I love this. Oh my God. I'm like actually freaking out. So there's like if this is giving like concept album, theatrical rock, like indie kind of stuff, like indie theatrical pop rock, particularly at that halfway point where it just went into that that like B flat minor to C sharp minor. That was like Dream Theater-esque. So as far as the composition itself is concerned, I don't have many notes. I'm glad that it sort of changed moods when it did. It does make me wonder what else is going on, like conceptually within the framework of the song. Like, are there other songs? And to be totally honest, for the again, like I'm not the most word-oriented person, so I wasn't listening to the words. Like I was actually watching the words go by, and there was something about keeping the lights off. Like that was the only lyric that stuck out to me. And there was something about selling shoes I liked. So but the sort of aesthetic that I was getting was very much almost like musical theater-esque, which I really like. So it makes me wonder what's happening before and after. So it left me wanting more. It left me wanting additional context, which is how the fade out could work, is if it faded out and there was some sort of musical reason for the fade out, as opposed to just like, I don't know how to end the song, fader. And that's a personal thing. I don't love fade outs. Unless it's like an extreme, like a literal fade out, like the band fades out. Right? Like they're like a decrescendo, you know, that could be really cool. Also buy merch. Decrescendo, buy merch. I'm going to, that's in lieu of actual ads. I'm just going to add that way. So compositionally, formally, I like it. I like that it was relatively short. I do think that you could theoretically, and I'm not saying it needed this, but it could have gone back into that sort of opening line, right? Like when it's going and then go to like a Picardy third and then break back and then go back into sort of the more I don't want to say conventional, but that more kind of pop rock thing. In terms of the recording quality, I was jotting down some notes. I usually have a notebook. I forgot that this is what I do. I listen and I write. So I'm writing on the back of an old medical bill. There's a couple of things that stood out to me. The drums were really kind of like in the mix, like very much like I heard them clearly. Kind of, I don't want to say front and center. They were panned left a little bit, which was cool. And I liked that, but that kind of 16th note roll hi-hat pattern got a little old. There wasn't so much development. Like I almost thought, I was like, is this a drum loop? Like it sounded like a drummer, you know, because it wasn't totally quantized, right? There was a little bit, I got a sense that there was a little push and pull. Like it wasn't all snapped to the grid. Like almost maybe there wasn't even a click track, but if there was, they were kind of following it more based on feel, which is something I like. You know, it wasn't all just like this perfectly quantized grid-based thing. So that was my note on the drums. Modulation, big circle. What I was going to say is it could go into a third second where it modulates, and then it brings in more textures. And that sort of segues into my thought of there seemed to be a lackluster in overall... the overall texture of the music itself. There was a cool little warbly synth in there. The piano was nice, but particularly the dry vocals. And then there were some points where like it was just one or two words that kind of went bum. You know, like I don't remember what they were. Lights off, do 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 do. And I'm not one of those producers / musicians who's like, oh, it needs reverb and delay. Reverb and delay makes everything better. But in that case, that actually would have been an instance where some delay and reverb, not throughout the whole thing, but like where those single lines, like those one words hit, like just adding a little bit of more modulation, not like harmonic modulation, but timbral modulation. You know, some more texture, something that's like, ooh, that kind of spicy, interesting psychedelia, right? Because it had this very theatrical sort of ethos, and that would have just, I think, been some, like, we'll say, like orchestrative glue. Because it definitely felt a little sectioned and dry, the whole thing. It sounded like, and I don't mean this disparagingly, but it sounded kind of like a rough mix. Like somebody tracked it out, threw on a couple of things, and was like, here, this is a demo. Like it felt like a demo, which has a vibe in and of itself. Like I like that it wasn't super polished, but like having 2 or 3 elements where just like to really add that extra sauce, right? The glaze. Would have added, I think, a lot to it. So yeah, like not through the whole thing, but definitely the vocals could have used a little, like a big chamber. You know, there was a little bit of that plate chamber reverb on the female vocals. Oh, I love the 2 vocals, by the way. That's also what was giving musical theater. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. You could be like, this is all the things. Oh my goodness, we got all the super chats. I got to keep up with these. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How am I going to keep up all of these? Thank you all to the super chats. And then more texture in instrumentation on that modulation. My God, was it screaming? Was it screaming for some strings? It was absolutely screaming for some strings, some synth strings, some kind of something or another, you know? That would have just, or bells. I love bells, orchestral bells. That would have just, I think that would have really added to the overall feel of it, the theatrical. Are you in the chat? Obviously, duh, I'm an idiot. You added a super chat. So who was that? Oh, I can't even scroll that far. Good. Nope, Kez. Is that like a theater piece? It felt like a theater piece. So yeah, 8. I want to say 8 out of 10. You know, 2 points deducted from definitely an 8 out of 10. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Could have easily been a 9 if you had a little bit of that extra texture. So cool, love it, love it, love it. All right, let's just keep this moving. Redo. All Hallows Eve. All Hallows Eve. How delayed is this? So I'm looking at the live stream. Is this like in the feed? Bro. Okay, whatever. I'm looking at the feed and it's like I'm still listening to it. Oh my God. Insane. So I'm going to try and, dude, I just did. Okay. Sorry. My brain. All right. Let's keep it moving. That was so weird. Next up, we have, sorry, I'm getting back to this. Reto, All Hallows Eve. This one has a score. Okay, beautiful. Let's go ahead and download the score and drop it into the video. Let me see if I can do this, or I know I can do this. Oh my God, Adobe Acrobat Reader, please stand by. Yeah, excellent, really cool track. Let's just do it right in preview. All right, I'm gonna see if I can do this real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm moving as fast as I can into OBS. So I'm running like a bunch of different things. Let's see. Window capture. Oh my God. All Hallows Eve. What is this? Okay, here it is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, cool. And then let's shrink this down a little bit and put me over here. That worked. All right. Without any further ado whatsoever, we have All Hallows Eve by Reto. Halloween. It's for solo organ? And I'm waiting for the Oh. Piano. I would sample this and make a trap beat out of it. I think I got lost in the score. Okay, good little texture change there. Nice 16th notes. I feel like I don't really need to look at the score at this point. Like, I understand what's going on. Let's look ahead. Oh, spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Block. Nice. Finally, the organ's gone. Or not gone, but what are those? I guess yeah, it was the organ. Okay, cool. How delayed is this right now? Okay. It's so weird. I know this doesn't matter, but what am I trying to say? It doesn't matter. Stop talking about things that matter. Okay, let's talk about this piece. There are a lot of good things about it that I like. See, this is why I love my I almost said this is why I love my channel. This is why I love my friends, my community members over here, is that we have such a we just went from like theatrical folk rock to like a composition. Like I'm gonna give you composition lesson right here. This is less about, like, I understand the vibe, All Hallows Eve. As far as like how you want to communicate this musical idea, part of me actually thinks that the MIDI works. You know, like I don't know if this is envisioned to be played by an ensemble, because if it's designed to be played by an ensemble, there's like a lot of issues. not like huge issues. But like, for instance, the choir part, it should be like basses and tenors. There should be more divisi. But it sounds like the basses, right? The singers are just there to kind of like be chords, almost like a continuation of the organ. So I'm not sure how to approach this. So being that it's a score, I kind of am assuming that this is, I'm going to make an executive decision that if it's a score, I'm approaching this like it's a composition lesson. In which case you're going to get a lower grade. I like the music. I like it's, as a MIDI thing, I could definitely see it as being like in a Halloween video game. Oh, I sounded old. A video game, you know, or like some kind of like cheesy, not cheesy bad, but like hokey, campy, evil, sinister, demonic cartoon. But compositionally, there needs to be divisi, like here, all this stuff in the vocal. There needs to be like divisi between the basses and the tenors, or I guess bass and baritone. And you might as well throw in some tenors, right? You know, if you're going to go with a choir, go with a men's choir. And what you'll find is that when you create, just physically, when you create those, that room for those singers, that then you're going to be like, oh, I might as well, because it looks like you just kind of played some chords. Whereas if you actually physically separate them on the page, then you're going to start being like, oh, now I'm going to add a little bit of counter melody within it, right? And then you see different rhythms in the vocal parts and just adding a little bit more movement, because even though it's constant movement, you know, these eighth notes and these 16th notes, it's not really, like, it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. It's kind of just spinning in a circle, right? There's not a lot of room to breathe. And so if you use all of these instruments, and you had some orchestration, some good orchestration where there was, you know, some instruments dropped out, but it kind of just felt like I was getting hit in the head with a hammer, which is cool, but it didn't have a great sense of direction. And that's why I was like, it's kind of video game, static, demonic cartoon. But, you know, adding some textures, I'm going to stop using the word textures, adding some, I guess, counterpoint within the vocal parts, interplay between the vocal parts and then the other instruments would really add a lot of interest and prevent that sort of spinning in place. And now it's okay to have this spinning in place, but if it's spinning in place, it needs to be spinning in place going like this, going in a direction as opposed to just one wheel rotating. It's like a wheel that's lifted off the ground and just not moving, whereas you want a wheel to be on the ground and moving. I don't know. You know, like F sharp minor, whatever. It's weird. I see a couple of these E sharps. I don't have a problem with key signatures. You know, it's very clearly an F sharp minor. It stays pretty much in one tonality. Yeah, there's just not a lot of rhythmic variation, kind of throughout it. It's, you know, it's eighth notes and quarter notes and 16th notes. And, you know, it's like, and now the 16th notes come, which I liked. Stuff like this engraving, like, I don't know what the hell is going on here. It's making my eyes bleed. Like, I see what's going on, but like, you need to fix these fix these voicings a little bit in the piano. As a piano player, if you gave me this, I would be mad. Not that I couldn't read it, it would just make me mad. The glockenspiel was nice. The layout of the score is iffy. Like, I got lost in the score because you could physically format the score so it's easier to follow and read. Like, all these big indentations are not necessary. I think it's funny that you had a couple of dynamics, but like, I didn't get looking at this score, I'm not getting a sense of shape. Like, I'm like, oh, this is going to require a lot of work from me as the conductor, and I'm going to have to call, this is giving student composition, which is good. I'm really not trying to dog on it. Like, I do like it, and I think it has a lot of potential. I just want to make that clear. That it has a lot of potential, but it needs some work. More interplay between the instruments. Separate the choir. Utilize the choir. If you're going to use a choir, use it like it's a choir, not like it's an organ. It's just, the choir is basically just another organ. If you want a choir sound, then indicate like synthesizer choir. Like, you'll see that in musical theater score. It's like, indicate that this is supposed to be a choir patch on and then make it a keyboard part, right? Because like, no, who is this for? Like, who is playing the bass part? But even just like some ba da dee da dee da do da dee da dee da dee da dee da da, this. And then I'm pointing at the score, like you can see where I'm pointing. And then here, where the low notes start moving, some more accents, some percussion. It needs percussion. A small percussion section. A couple of cymbals, some bells, a bass drum, maybe even a snare, definitely a tam-tam. Yeah, I'd be curious. If I was in a composition lesson, I would have a lot of questions for you. So, the takeaway is submit this piece again next week and don't let me have so many questions about it. Make me be like, damn, like, I understand this. The last piece of music, like, I had some thoughts about the general approach, but like, I understood what it was. This, I'm not sure. Like, is it supposed to be a video game music? Is it supposed to be for an ensemble? It's not, like, I like the harmonic and the melodic ideas, but like, I feel like I have more questions. All right. Very good, though. Very good. I'm seeing all kinds of fantastic super chats. I'm super appreciative of that, by the way, everybody. I won't be able to get... I'm trying to keep through this because we're going to be here all friggin' night. All right. Let's move on to Zool Slab. Zool Slab. So, once again, that last piece was Reto, and it was Hallows Eve. All Hallows Eve. All right. This next one is... Let's pull up. If you do I have like a good, there's seriously, oh my God, I'm getting absolutely blasted. My email is exploded. Zulab, what is your piece called? I have like 8,000 emails right now from scores. If you don't tell me what it is, I'm not going to be able to find it if it's not your name. I'm not gonna skip. I am gonna respect it, but you might not be third if I can't figure out who you are within my email. So Zulab, are you here? Can you Exolab? I'm gonna move on to the next person. I am gonna get back to you, I promise. But I don't know what it's called. So, Home at Last is the next one. Home at Last. This is, does it have it does, it has a score. Ooh, and it has the Muse score. I love that. Oh, this is like a full orchestral score. All right, let's download that. I'm guessing this is going to be MIDI, which is okay. Obviously, I have no problem with MIDI. Let's close out of that. Let's open up this ginormous. Oh my God, this is a full-blown orchestral piece of music. I'm obsessed. I'm so excited. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of this display capture. We're going to add a new display capture. And it is called Home at Last. It is a humongous frigging... It is a ridiculous... I almost can't even open the... All right. Okay. Without any further ado, up third is Home at Last by Frog. Javier, can you pin Zulab's message as to how to find it? Hold on a second. So I need to pay full attention. I'm gonna restart and listen to the beginning. Zulab, for your third, it says under a YouTube link. There's so many comments I can't follow you. Can you submit what it is called, and then Javier, you can pin it so I can find it, because I'm trying to be respectful of everybody's and give everybody the full attention, but there's too many things going on in the chat. You are. I'm not going to remove you. You are. All right, here we go. Home at Last. Nice, nice. Love the oboe solo. This PDF score viewing is not working. I just have to wait. Nice, nice! Woo! Oh my God. No, more. Bad call. This is where that should have happened. This is definitely some, like the, where are you from? This is like the Spanish influences. Latinx, I guess, I don't know. Central/South American. Yeah. Ah! Hey. Excellent. Excellent. Nice. Good little recapitulation there. Call back with the piccolo. Okay. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. Okay. By the way, the poll. Okay. Got it. Sorry. Okay, the last piece of music, by the way, was a 6.2 out of 10. I forgot to give it a rating. 6.2 out of 10. All right, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic frog. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. There is a lot of good stuff going on in it. Whoops. Give me 1 second. The only spot that really hit me was when it was on page 9. That transition into sort of the minor theme was a hugely missed opportunity to bring in that modulation into the parallel minor, where, you know, it's great where you go from G major into G minor, but the horns and it's not as big as you thought it was. It was such a huge, fantastic, harmonic, musical, compositional moment, and it totally it bombed because it was under-orchestrated. That's full brass. That is a full brass moment. Like, full strings, full brass, maybe even tutti. And I almost want to say that's not even an opinion. Like, that is like an objective reality. Like, you incorrectly wrote your own music orchestratively, because it is beautiful. And then it was, you did bring it back, but I forget where it was, somewhere, I think in like 13, somewhere, where then you did bring in everybody, and it was like, oh, but it psyched him out. But it sometimes the obvious answer is the right answer. We work to subvert expectations. We work on subverting expectations. That's what makes music interesting. But sometimes you need that payoff, and that was the moment. Dare I say, not in my opinion, but in an objective reality. There's not a lot of deviation from the 2 feel 6/8. Dun, 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 dun. I'm feeling 1, 2. There was a bump, 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 like here and there. But I definitely think, and I know all things considered, it's a relatively short piece. But I think you might really like where that solo oboe came in. Bring the tempo down, not drastically. This is why I love Shostakovich. He's not the only one that did this, but you hear subtle, like going from, what is this, dotted quarter 138, right? Yeah, dotted quarter 138. And, like dotted quarter 112 for that, when that oboe solo came in, could have really, added just a little bit more momentum for when things pick back up, followed by an accelerando to sort of lead you back into it. That's kind of my, that was, the thing that I would, if I were working on this piece and you were my student, which I think in this moment you technically are, it's kind of weird. That I would say it needs a little, not big changes, but subtle changes that aren't super obvious. Like, the best kinds of changes to make are ones that are not necessarily obvious to the listener, but they sort of trick the listener into being like, oh, that was an exciting piece. Like, it's very exciting from the beginning to end, but it's just dum ba dum da dum. And I honestly think that, like, for me and for anybody else, if you're a conductor, what you're going to do is you're gonna implement those tempo changes anyway. Right. Like, I would be like, all right, let's rush, like when it starts getting to the end, like the recapitulation where it gets back into, let's see, does it go into, I forget, did it go back into G or did it go into B flat? Let's see. Yeah, it went back into G. I would brush that. I would be like, all right, let's pick that up and get it a little bit quicker. You know what I'm saying? Just as a conductor, I would make that decision to have a little bit of a tempo change. Some of the rhythms, bum ba dun 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 dum dum da 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 dum 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 ba da 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 dum ba dun da dun da 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 dum da dum da dum ba da dum ba da 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 dum dum da da dum dum da da dum 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 dum. You see, just adding a little bit, not everywhere, not throughout, but a little bit to get away from this. Like, this stuff is great. This bon down 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 down, B D D D D D D D D, like more of this stuff right here on 21. And then it's very much orchestrated with, here again you see a little bit of it. I like it. That you get a sense of the tutti texture, right? It's really just sort of, not a whole lot of there's some counterpoint, but you get there's one through line and it's going, and introducing a subtle through line elsewhere to where I'm like, oh, what is that? That's interesting. That was a weird, that was sort of unusual. Also, I take very large problems with the title, Home at Last. This whole piece is a fucking journey, dude. Like, this was like, I got home, somebody was in my house, I had to fight them, then they threw me out of my own house, then I was homeless, then I had to, like, go to a neighborhood, make friends, then go back to my house. This is like, this is like a whole journey. You're obviously very technically proficient. I didn't see, there were no glaring orchestrative problems. There was nothing in here that was like non-idiomatic. Not as much percussion as I was thinking. Definitely a piece like this could have used, like, the fact that, like, most of the percussion, like, where is the percussion? Like, I've scrolled through like 5 pages and there's no percussion. Definitely more percussion to add that excitement. Excellent. I would say this was a solid, golly. I think this is a 9. Like, this is a 9 out of 10. The change, because the changes that I'm suggesting, like, the only point you got docked was for that thing where it modulated, where it was just under orchestrated. Other than that, like, the other observations are sort of more opinion based, and like little things that I would do, but maybe, you and I are different people. So yeah, easily 9 out of 10. Cool. Love it. Chat. How we doing? Chat? We got a lot of stuff going on over here. Quantum says I haven't gotten to the perk yet. All right. Solid. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, next up is Zool slabs called Pole, and it doesn't look like there is a score for this one, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. We'll bring me back. Transition. Cool. All right, go buy merch. Go buy merch, everybody. Go buy some merch. Dude, my phone has been absolutely exploding with emails. This is hilarious. Without any further ado, Zool Slabs Pole. Pause. Spooky. Oh, cool. It's important that you see this creepy, weird, cryptic image that is on the YouTube video. Good ending. That was a good use of a fade out, but like a true fade out. I almost feel like I need to listen to it again. It was pretty short. Can we get some more likes and some more super chats? Bro, what is going on? Just playing. So the repetitive harp, right? Actually worked. You know, I think that this is an instance where that sort of spinning in place worked out well, right? Because it was soft and like somehow it was simultaneously the least and most important part of the whole composition. Was that little arpeggiated harp figure. The harmonic language was nice. I think there was some nice little chords in there. The whole thing, it was very much a mood, right? It was giving me a certain kind of essence. But it didn't strike me as anything profoundly like original necessarily. Like it feels like something I have heard before, which isn't a bad thing. It was almost giving utility, right? Like this is a good mood setting piece, kind of like the second piece that we listened to, the Hallows Eve, right? And that's not a bad thing. Let's go ahead and listen to it again. And I'm going to make comments kind of as it goes along. I didn't like the big change. I didn't like the big change in the middle. Like where it was like, oh, boom. Like it's too short to justify that. Unless it was a musical cue, right? Like something happened on screen. The contrabassoon is nice. With, I'm assuming, like, those are, it's like upright basses. It's very Darth Vader-esque. My nemesis. The big growl. All right. So this is one of those instances of like this is a little bit forced orchestration, because like the growling basses lay out, you know, they crescendo in, and then it's like, and now the opposite of a bass, a flute. That is contrasting. I think that it would have been much more interesting if all of a sudden it goes into high harmonics on the bass, like almost like an amplified solo bass. So that would be like, whoa, that was weird. We had these growling basses, and then the high picked, like the contrasting melodic figure, instead of the most obvious choice, which is the flute, you go with like high harmonics on the bass. So it's the same instrument, but with a totally different timbre. That would have been much more orchestratively interesting to me. Because it's like, oh, that was a creative choice. Not that there's anything wrong with like, now it's the flute. But like that, at this point I was like, oh, here it comes, you know? Or, I'm sorry, not flute, clarinet. I think that's a MIDI clarinet. This sounds like Sibelius. No, that's a flute. Wait, what? That's a flute. They're supposed to be. Yeah. Dumb, like cue drums. Like, the drums I like, but it's like, what if just the drums pounded? Boom, boom. And then this whole thing with the full section, that comes, you know, in minute 3.5, right? Like, is this an orchestral piece? I'm just not realizing this is orchestral. Like, I was thinking this is a chamber piece. Because that harp is not going to sound like that in an orchestral setting. Unless it's amplified. In which case, it's like it's front and center. Again, this is sort of it's difficult for me to contextualize this. Like, is this part of a larger set of pieces, right? If this is like 5 orchestral pieces, then having this solo harp and then like a solo bass and the rest of the orchestra just sitting there not doing anything, and then for whatever that was, like 4 bars, the whole orchestra plays, that's like sick. I'm like, holy shit, there's like theater in that. Like, that's fucking cool, dude. That was a really cool idea. But that's assuming that there were like 3 pieces before it, or 2 pieces before it and 2 pieces after. Otherwise, it's like, why is there just an orchestra in the middle of this 1.5 or 2 minute piece of music? That does make sense. I know it makes sense. I like it, but I don't love it because, again, it's sort of just leaving me asking more questions. You know, I feel like I'm missing something. It's cool. It's definitely cool. And believe it or not, Zeus Lab, I actually have heard your music before. I see every comment that you make. I've gone to your channel it's not your channel. It was your friend's channel that you took over or whatever. I've actually listened to your music. So cool. What's going on in the chat? How we doing, chat? Chat, how we feeling? All right, let's chat. Let's do this. Let's rate the pieces that we've done so far. So I gave wait. What do we rate that? It's part of a set. The rest of the Q's album. uploaded. Okay, I'm not gonna listen to the whole thing, but maybe one day. Pathos. Pathos, are you acting up? Why are people saying ban Pathos? Pathos, why is message what's going on? What is Pathos acting up? I don't understand what's going on. Dude, this one's so bad, but I couldn't because my piece wasn't finished. Yes, I'll be doing this again. I'm feeling because there was some interesting things. I'm feeling this is like a 7. This is definitely a 7. I would say it's an easy 7. I'm gonna I removed JM. Is deleting people's messages. I don't know what's going on here. I've removed JM as a mod. Sorry. Yeah, okay, let's start. So that the first piece that we listened to was that Theater Rock. That was actually low key like my favorite, even though I liked the orchestral one. I definitely put I would say, but because of the points docked, that the strongest piece so far. So our opening number was an 8. The second orchestral piece was a 9. Or no, the second one was the Halloween one, right? Yeah, the Halloween one was that was like a 6.2. Just because it seemed unfinished. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good with these scores. All right. Oh no. Are the super chats? Oh my god. Wait, can I not go back? Oh my god. Super chats. I can't view the super chats. I don't know who else. All right, I'm sorry. I have to. Okay, I see. Here are the super chats. Cool. I was afraid that I lost the super chats. Okay, let's see. We did Redo. We did Lights Out. We did Zulslab. We did Home at Last. Let's move on to Iona Henry. Iona Henry. Sibelius sounds. I'm assuming that with this Iona Henry. We are listening to Composition. What a great title. It's a waltz, and their iCloud. Oh, iCloud links. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, it's a piano piece. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm already loving the piano piece. I can see the engraving is excellent. The engraving is excellent. Oh, I'm so excited to hear this. This is giving Chopin just by looking at the score. Beautiful, beautiful score. I cannot wait to hear this one. Let's go image, window capture. Window capture. We're going to open up this waltz, romantic era waltz. We're going to do one of these. Put me over here. I'm just setting up the window. Transition. And without any further ado, the Sibelius file. I swear to God, if that was the only, I would have been so sad if you had only sent me the Sibelius file. Wait, you couldn't play that? You don't play this on piano? Bro, what are you doing? All right. This is, what happened? Where did it go? This is the Romantic Era Waltz by Henry. That's that Sibelius piano. What? Crescendo into double P. Put SPP. Oh. Whoa. Interesting. You need fermatas on these chords, on the left hand too. Good recap to the melody. Not sure about the pedal markings. Melody should be up like an octave or something. Also, these like key signature changes are unnecessary. Cool. Very nice. Very, 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 very nice. A lot to unpack here. What the hell is this? That is something somebody sent me on Discord. All right. So Henry, I think is your name. Yeah. Ion Henry. Cool. So there's let's go through a couple of like compositional notation things. I was sort of making notes. Like, there's not really a reason to have these like it's in G sharp minor and now it's in friggin' F sharp minor and then it's back in G sharp minor. Like that is just sort of basic subdominant, or well, that's not subdominant. What is it? The seventh. Like that is a. Like that's a known tonality, you're not branching into like G minor or something, and this is like now it's C sharp minor, right? You're all sort of floating in this. And also like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like you don't have like, why is it all of a sudden in this sort of quasi A major, F sharp major thing? Is there any like, right, you have one sort of E chord, but it's not even an E7. Like I haven't established a tonality, I'm not seeing any, like it is so very clearly now in a different key. It just has a different key signature, so I'm not really, and that's not a criticism on the chords that you've chosen. Like I actually think your harmonic and melodic language is really nice. Polar, thank you for the $1. Appreciate it. I think that the harmonic language is nice, but it's just like seeing these, this would confuse me. Like just throw in some natural signs. Like we're piano players. We're used to reading accidentals. I don't want to harp on that too much. The left hand is like, it's a waltz pattern, and it's a waltz pattern throughout the whole thing. Just in case you forgot, it's bass chord, bass chord, and I think it does that literally the entire time. You might think about these phrases here, maybe not at the beginning, but particularly where it starts. Like this chord, 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 chord. It's like low, middle, middle, low, middle, middle. Like try low, middle, 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 high, high, low, low, high, middle, middle. Add a little bit more variation. These rhythmic figures are very silly to me. These like triplet, 8th, 16th. It's ugly. Just make it either a dotted or a double dotted note. Bum, dum, da, dum, da. Maybe it's just me. Bum, like what? I don't even understand. Oh, it's a triplet, 16th note. Bum, just make it a dotted note. I don't see like the value in this particular notation. It's not that big of a deal. But like as a piano player, it'd be one thing if I had all these intricate rhythms going on in the top and the bottom, and I'm like, ooh, let me work this. But it's like it's sort of a gesture, like hold back, rush this note a little bit, just make it a dot, make it simple. Like everything is already really straightforward. Don't make these weird, unnecessarily convoluted rhythmic figures. Dum dum da dum dum dum. Just the dotted note works fine. Did not like the triplets. I'm just gonna be honest. It was like what was the, we had this nice little melodic contour going on, dee da dum dum da da dum dum dee da dee da 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 dum dum, that Chopin-esque rhythm, and then out of nowhere we just have like Philip Glass triplets. And I'm not saying the triplets themselves are bad, but it's just like now this is another section. It's almost kind of like the equivalent of a word count for music. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't have this, but it's like, this would almost be more justified if it was doing it in both hands, right? If you had triplets going on as some sort of like moving, but it's just like a sequence that, if it's transitional in nature, make it transitional. Don't just make it a like, oh, it's a filler. It felt like filler. Again, your harmonic language is fantastic. I don't have any, there's some non-functional stuff. There's some cool chords. There were some spots, I think, where I audibly was like, whoa, like that was weird. I love it. Like this weird tonality between major, E minor. It was kind of Kabalevsky-esque, actually. This sort of odd treatment, which I really, really like. So no, like keep exploring this harmonic vocabulary you have. But yeah, just flush out like this triplet stuff. I don't really get it. We already have this stagnant sort of left hand, low, high, low, high. And then it's like now low, chord. I do like the chord. Like I like explore more of this stuff here, right? This is rad. This is an unusual texture in the piano, but it's like now I have triplets. Or if they're triplets, make them not scalular. Break them up a little bit. Find a way to take this figure, triplet, dum, da, 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 triplet, finding it, and then maybe some septuplets or quintuplets. Like, what is the point of the triplets? Is it just to be different? If it's just to be different, make it different. But if it's like, no, I want it to sound fast. Like, well, how else can you approach that? This is something one of my composition teachers really taught me is like, whatever your first impulse is, it's probably a good impulse, but like find 4 other ways to fulfill that impulse and then pick one, pick a summation of all of them or figure out a way that, to weed out which ones you like versus the ones that you dislike, which one is most effective, which one will serve the piece. And just spruce up this left hand. I liked the tempo change. I thought that was cool. Where was that? Here. But like, I almost thought like this was going to go into 4, right? Like this tempo change going into a 4/4, that would actually, the 4/4 would justify the triplets because now we're like in a totally different realm, right? That's really cool. Can we get some more super chats? Let's go. Top chat is 10. Who can beat 10? That's what I want to know. I appreciate everybody so much for dropping the super chats. Sorry, I'm doing the cringy streamer thing. I don't know what I'm doing. I have a daughter. Lol. Chat, what are we feeling on this? What are we feeling on this piece? I'm thinking I recognize the effort and I can sort of see where it's at and what it's doing. Hey, Gabe C, thank you for the 4. I see what we're going with. And so I want to respect the intention. I'd be curious if you're a piano player. Oh, I have the wrong. Do I not have the score pulled up? No, I do. Okay, cool. I thought I had the wrong score pulled up on the stream. Let's do. Did Pathos really get booted? Did I accidentally set up a mod who went rogue and booted somebody who didn't mean to get booted? I'm gonna be really upset because Pathos is my people. All right, I think this is it needs work. It needs work. It's a 7. It's a 7 out of 10. It's another set, like a 7. I 7.5 because I like its beginning. It has a lot. Super duper. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's go fan funding. We have next up Paranormal by Formless Duck. Let's find Paranormal by Formless Duck. Okay. More spooky Duck? Oh my goodness. Wait. Oh, here it is. It has a score. Awesome. Love it, love it. All right, I'm going to download the score. You know what? I'm going to make an executive decision and just do screen. No, that's fine. I can just do it like this. Let's see here. Download the score here. So this is going to be Paranormal. I can already see. Oh no, untitled score. Untitled subtitle. Composer, arranger. That's hilarious. The is it because it's paranormal? I'm not supposed to know what it is. If that's the case. If there's a reason that you haven't titled it, I'm going to, like, if there was a reason, like an aesthetic reason for this. Oh, it's a piano piece. Another piano piece. Back-to-back piano. Love, 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 love. Transition. All right, without further ado, this is composer, arranger, Formless Duck, and the piece is called Paranormal. Oh. It's for Celesta? It's another waltz. Luigi's Mansion type beat. I hope that comes back. Like with a more recurring thing. More 3/4. This waltz pattern. Can we get up to 100 likes, please? Oh, nice. Love it. Modulation into C major. Absolutely necessary. Mandatory. The mandatory modulation. I looked away and now I don't know where we are in the score. There it is. Bum, bum, bum. Cool. I like it. It has a little, it's got, going into the live chat. Can we get Pathos back? Pathos is on the Discord, Javier. Can we, Javier, can we DM? Oh, Pathos. Pathos is back. Hi, Pathos. Sorry that you got booted. Did my other mod get booted? Did we accidentally? Liminal minimal. I like it. All right, let's talk about it. Untitled score, composer, arranger. The pack that's called Paranormal, but it's not. It's cool. I'm not gonna re-say the same stuff that I said about the 3/4 waltz pattern. Other than I think that this actually works better, you know. I think the fact that I'm assuming this is supposed to be a celesta, right? Sent me a DM. Was that on Discord? Hold on, let me pull up my Discord. Javier, I'll check it. Javier, if you're saying I don't want to be a mod, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm mod moment here. Message requests. Javier, did you send me a DM on IG or? Sorry, pause for a second. I'll check. He said check it later. I'll check it later. That's fine. Yeah. So I think that the celesta sort of made this work better with the sort of consistent 3/4 pattern. I want to see more of this chromatic line, the ba-da-da-da-da-dum, with the nice little the diatonic. It balances between diatonic harmony and just a subtle chromaticism. The 1/4/5 works. Like this is an example of where keeping it really simple worked in favor. I don't have any questions about this piece of music, and I feel bad because I don't really have anything to say other than I really like it. It's a good student piece. Like I would have compositionally the score is not good. Can a celesta be staccato? I'm actually curious about that. I should know that, but if I'm remembering correctly, it's staccato, but it still rings out. Like you can use the staccato markings, some phrase markings, some mood markings, but the harmonic and melodic language is so simple that like as an experienced piano player, I would know what to do with this. It's not leaving me with any questions, right? I understand it. I understand what it's supposed to be. I understand its mood. And I was going to say, I would give this to a piano student to play, like an intermediate piano student. This would be a great piece. But it needs if I were to give this to a student, which honestly, if this score looked better, I know exactly the student that I would give it to. But I'm not going to give them this score because there's no dynamics, there's no markings, there's staccato, and that's it. Good use of the key signature change. Modulation, C minor into C major. Win. Maybe an octave up on the C major, right? Play around with the octaves a little bit. Could be interesting. But yeah, some phrase markings. It's simple. It's elegant. I don't know. Is it a 10? God, it's a 9.5 for sure. You got points docked because it's a poorly marked score, but I have no questions. I don't have comments. I wish there was a little, there definitely could have been where this melodic line does like a weird little creepy circle thing. Where is it? Where it's kind of doing. Let's go. Some kind of little in-between section with an accelerando and retardando, where it does somewhere in the middle, like a transition. Actually, you know what? Sorry, I got to dock points. Full point docked. The transition could have had a cool little, take this figure, turn it into a transition. Whoops, sorry. right? Have a better transition. Full point docked. Fair enough, chat? Fair enough. Yeah, 9.2 out of 10. Very, very good, cute, fun, moody, spooky, paranormal, simple, easy to understand, comprehensive. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right. Yeah, we are waltzing today. Okay, that was Paranormal. Let's move on to Incandescent Night Sky by Rin. Okay. Incandescent. I like it. I like it. Very cool word. I'm pulling it up now. Incandescent. Wait. What is it called? Hold on. My brain not working. Incandescent Night Sky, Rin. All right, no score, so let's go ahead and get rid of the score off of this. And without any further ado, Rin, I'm going to get sure at the title. Incandescent Night Sky. I don't even know what incandescent means. Incandescent. Emitting light as a result of being heated. Okay, cool. Like context clues, I suppose. All right, without any further ado, Incandescent Night Sky. What? Already love it. Go. Throw your motherfucking hands in the air and get ready to sleep. When I'm sleeping at night. Yeah. Alright. I close my eyes and try and imagine the kind of world that I wanna be living in. I don't believe that I could ever reimagine myself unless I believe that I could get the help that I needed when I needed. Okay, I'm done. I thought I was going to be able to freestyle. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, I like the long fade out. Javier, where did you send me a DM, by the way? JMC. Where did you send me a DM? I don't see it on Discord. All right, let's talk about the Incandescent. I'm going to play it again, and we're going to kind of listen to it and talk about it. Well, so the whole thing is a mood, right? It's a vibe, so it's kind of hard to put words to it because it's much more about a feeling, and like it's weird because I'm not going to ask questions, but it's like, is there supposed to be a singer? Do you imagine there being a singer? Is it supposed to have vocals? Is it not supposed to have vocals? Those are the types of questions that when you give me a score, I'm sort of forced to ask these questions because I don't understand the context. But this is an instrumental vibe, and with that, there is a very clear expectation of me, the listener, to vibe out to it. So much so that I wanted to start rapping. The tape stuff at the beginning and the ending was nice, and it kind of died away. I almost wanted, like, I kind of wish that there was more of this underscore, like a city. You know, what is the title? The Incandescent Night Sky. Like, what parts, what auxiliary bells and whistles is really conveying that? Let's vibe out to it again. Maybe not the whole thing, but I just want to make sure that my attention is fully engaged. Right there, that's beautiful. So a little bit more harmonic vocabulary. No, not that chord. That chord right there. Sharp 9. That would be the ultimate vibe, right? That's all. That's the only feedback I have. It needs an F7 sharp 9. Not that there, but That's the chord progression. It needs a F7 sharp 9. That's like my only compositional note. Because those bells and whistles I was talking about, they are there, and I knew they were, but I was like, what were they specifically? It's beautiful. It's vibey. The percussion slaps. Sounds like some OTT. You know, a little bit of modulation, those synths, like it sounds like it's a loop, like a splice loop, and I'm not saying it is, maybe it's not, but you know, a little filter sweep, a little modulation, because it's very much the same texture, not a lot, but it's very much the same. Like you can get this sense that it's just kind of floating, and that's really good. But just a little bit of filter modulation, a little bit of maybe some pulse width modulation, maybe a little bit of cutoff, some highs, some lows, peaks and valleys, right? Nothing big, but subtle. Add, you know, what will not take away from the vibe, but not what will take away from the vibe, but add to it. It's like, yeah, no shit. And so the specific things that I would do is add a little bit of automation in that main pad. You know, it could use a melody. You know, I was sort of toying around with like a little simple melodic ideas, but honestly, I think that in lieu of any melodic content, that bum, 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 just add some modulation. Not to use my own music as an example, but I think that, like, if you listen to even just one of my little 45-second pieces of music, the filter, like, especially the slow ones that are supposed to be quote-unquote vibey, the filters are opening and closing, the modulation, you know, the mod wheel, like, my little pieces are loaded with all kinds of very subtle little points of automation, because it draws the listener in. They may not necessarily know, like, oh, I like how he detuned some of the unison square wave in the bass. Like, you don't hear it, but like you feel it. And since this is very much a piece of music that's centered around feeling and feeling a certain kind of like a vibe, if you will, that's really going to help that. All right, I mean, close to a 10. Golly, that was probably what I needed in terms of my headspace, but that's if it did sound a little bit like something I've heard before again, but like I like that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Docked 1 point for originality, but 9 solid 9 out of 10. All right, so I'm going to need to transition into no, I'm not even going to be able to get to all the super chats. I'm going to have to transition into top super chats because we are just not moving nearly as quickly as I thought I would. Piano piece via email from Alex Zunick, The Terminal. So we're going to take a look at The Terminal. And then I'll get back to, we're going to have to go in tiers here because otherwise I'm literally going to be here all night. Terminal, what? Not showing up. What is it? It's a piano piece called Terminal. What's your name? Alex. Oh, here it is. I found it. Yeah, make sure that whatever you call your piece of music, that is also, like, you put that in the body of the... Oh, no. There's no recording. It's just the score. Okay, time to bust out the piano chops. You're going to make me play your music. Oh, my God. Hilarious. You're going to make me play your composition on stream. You dirty, dirty motherfucker. There's no recording. I could be super petty. And this is hilarious. This is absolutely hysterical because you did this on purpose, you filthy, beautiful man, you. All right, let's see. Let's grab. It's not hard. It's only one page. I mean, it doesn't look hard. Let's see here. Prelude in E minor. You tricky man, you. You think you're slick. You think you're funny. All right, so Prelude in E minor. Okay, reading to the right and left. I have to have it physically in front of me. I can't do this back and forth. Let's. Okay, cool. Right. Is that right? Am I playing that right? Yeah, cool. Love that. Oh my God, I can't do this at the same time. It's impossible. So the chords, we got E minor, D sharp minor, and then B, just open B to G. Yep. And then C. Cool. This is hard to read. I've never realized that sitting like this and reading like this. If I pull it on my phone, maybe. I like the harmonic language. I like that I do see, and this is something that I've just sort of recognized from. That I see a lot in compositions, especially I feel bad. Like I can't, not that I'm like a great sight reader, but like the spread, the intervals with the head. Okay, enough excuses. That I'm seeing this, what we call root bias, which is the first melody note and the first chord is E. I like that. That's kind of weird. That ambiguous, a little bit ambiguous, right? Into the G, into the A minor over C. But like, it's like, what if it's? No. Maybe I like your note. See, like there, I have to look. fucked that up. Okay, there. We got through it. We got through it, chat. 10 of you, 20 of you left. Yeah, it's nice. It's probably supposed to be a little bit faster. Yeah, it's supposed to be faster than that, but cool. I wish I had more to say about it. It's nice. It's simple enough. From a piano, as a pedagogical piece, it's really nice because you can see I was having a little bit of trouble with some of the intervals. Granted, I was kind of doing left to right, but the big leaps in the left hand. So there's a lot of good pedagogy here. The melodic line is very melodic. The melodic line is very melodic. It's very singable. Bum, 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 dum, dum, dum. Although I don't get a sense that there's a climax, right? The modulation into G major here, like you should establish the E minor tonality like more obvious rather than this. That is such a weird chord to me. Like, it's not bad, but like it makes like I would almost say, yeah, I think this note should be a B natural. Well, I mean, but that's also the most interesting note, right? It's so weird. It's like the A sharp is interesting, but I also think that it should be, for this piece of music, it should just be the B, you know, and maybe add the, right, like the, maybe the A sharp in a second voice in the right hand. Yeah, that's what I think. If you wanted to make this a little bit more harmonically interesting, is to add a second voice that the thumb plays in the right hand, the like fingers 1 and 2, and nothing intricate, but just some more pedal tones. You know, like playing that B, and so that would open up this to do like a little kind of a little more. It's giving Chopin. And then definitely save this G major modulation till a little bit later. It comes prematurely. I know the piece is pretty short, and it doesn't necessarily need to be much longer. But, like, there's not a climax, right? It kind of goes into G major, and then it goes back to the sort of the theme. The ending is nice, but it's not going up and down. It kind of just, like, stays in one area for a majority of the whole piece. And I don't like, if it's so short, it's got to go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird that the highest note is at the very beginning. Do I like that? I might actually like that better. I might actually like the fact that that's so weird. Maybe it's the fact that that's so weird. No. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, this is me being like, oh, it's weird that the highest note is the very first note, and that gives it more artistic value because that's a peculiarity. But, like, in general, from a compositional and structural standpoint, it doesn't, I don't understand why that is the case. You know what I mean? Right? Maybe. And I hate this note. I hate this note. It should be something else. And that should be like a G major. Oh no, I mean not G major. It is. Never mind. The B major. Yeah, that note shouldn't be E. It falls totally flat. Boring. Yeah, and then maybe add some little rolls and frills there. Yeah. Change that note, please. 10 points docked! 10 points docked for that E natural. 0. 0, 0, 0 out of 10 because of that E natural. Oh, hilarious. Yeah, this is a good piece. Hopefully I played it okay. I know I didn't do great, but the skips kind of freaked me out for a second, but once I got it under my fingers. And then this could be like, yeah. Why the G major here? Cool. Solid 7.5. Solid 7.8. 7.8. Melody could use a little bit of work. 8. It's an 8. It's an 8. Good. Love it, love it, love it. Excellent, excellent, excellent. 8 out of 10. Alex said, piano piece, stuff, terminal. Love it. Yes. Oh, the terminal. I like the name. I didn't think about that. The title should be in the thing. The title should be in the sheet music. All right, moving on to the next super chat. We're going in order of highest super chat. We have a lot of $10 super chats. Entra, love your work. Excited to see what you think of this demo I've been putting together. My name is okay. Bro put his full name in the Bro put his first and last name in the email, and I'm for some reason not seeing it. Bro, I do not. Are you sure you sent it? Brandon, did you put this in the right email address? I'm not seeing. I'm searching your name in my Gmail, and I am not seeing any Brandon. I want to make sure that I'm getting to you, though, Brandon. It's a demo. And I'm typing in your name into my Gmail account, and I'm not seeing anything about that. Brandon, if you're here, can you make sure you sent it to the correct email? I don't know how else to call this. So, Brandon, I'm going to look real quick, but I don't want to spend too much time looking through. I'm not seeing Brandon Pruitt or anything revolving anytime. Flip, Chris, Javier, Benjamin, Joshua, Ashan, Hagen, Varkson, Ariane, Virgil, Rin, Maria, Jackson, Alex, Neil, C, Caleb, Ben, Neil, Moster, Ben. Brandon, if you're here, I just want to give one more chance to Brandon, but I'll look through. But we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving here. Can't spend too much. One more time, Entra. Hold on, I'm gonna type that into my Gmail so that I'm not. No, I'm not seeing anything. All right, Brandon, please make sure it's Seth is David is Seth at gmail.com. You left a $10 super chat, and I super appreciate you, but I can't find your work. Moving on. Antonio Bailey Phillip. Flute quartet. Calamity theme. That sounds like there's going to be a score. Calamity. All right. Oh, it's a Muse score. It's on MuseScore? All right, I have to share my screen for this. There's no file. It's just on MuseScore. All right, cool. Not a problem. Let's do... Cue this up. Give me 1 second. Window. Okay. I'm not seeing... How do I do this? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, chat. I'm struggling. Flute quartet, musescore.com. Okay. And I want to make sure that you can actually hear this. Transition. MuseScore is open. Ooh, nice. Nice. This is a good use of the triplets. And then the polyrhythm. Bro, when do these motherfuckers breathe? Pause there, right? I mean, I know they can breathe. You're obviously a wind player. Brandon, I just got your email. Thank you. Oh my god. Pro level, bro. Bro is pro level. Tempo changes. 10. It's a 10. I'm calling it. Is it gonna ruin? How's he gonna fuck it up? He's gonna fuck it up somehow. Oh my god. Then the alto and the flute take it. With a little rhythmic deviation. Bro, it's a 10. Let's go. Bro, you might... Bro, I'm gonna give you $10. I hope he fucks it up. I hope he just fucks it up. Bro, stream is over. Hey. Nice. Hey. Uh-oh. Yes. Oh. What? Okay. Bro, it's a 10. Oh my god. That note, that fucking G flat is so tight. Oh, and he's... I found the fuck up. Bro's a 10. Bro is a fucking 10. Let's fucking go. Bro is a 10. That was insane. Who are you? Who is this guy? Oh my God. Someone graduated. Bro, what? Who are you? Who are you, bro? Hold on. Low-key, I am not going to lie to you, dog. I was tripping because you sent me a MuseScore link, and I was like, all right. Antonio Bailey Phillips. Second movement. It's a multi-movement piece. God damn. It's a 10. Actually, so it was an 11, but I found the fuck up. I found the error. I found where he fucked it up. It's right here. This should have been longer. Should have been a fermata. Should have let that breathe. I love this little marking, cold. You know, just like static, stoic. I understand it. Bro had an 11. Bro was going to break the system. Dude was going to deconstruct music. Dude is reconstructing music. Dude is living in the goddamn future. Living in fucking 3024. But then fucked it up by not just adding a nice long, letting it breathe. There are so many good things I could say about this. I was going to not criticize, observe. I'm not a wind player, the breathing, but I think there's enough, like there's plenty of places to breathe. Can I get confirmation? Augmented. Augmented. Oh, gee, seems like you need to listen to something shitty to offset this. Wind players, is this looking all right? Does this wind part make sense for, like, I feel like there's plenty of places to breathe here. Am I right about that? Wait, where'd it go? Fuck. Sorry, I'm swear. See, you can tell I liked it because, bro, and even the title. Quartet. Oh my God. Bro's got a master's degree. All right. Enough with the trollish. Let's just real quick go through this. Oh wait. Oh no. Wait. There's no opening. There's no opening dynamic markings. Oh shit. Bro doesn't have dynamic markings at the beginning. The fuck is he supposed to play? Is it loud or is it soft? Ah! Points doc. 8. It's a 9. Bro went from an 11 to a 9. He forgot to put the dynamics. Beautiful. Harmonic language is gorgeous. Texture, like I had said while I was playing, this kind of stuff, soft, the mezzo piano and the piccolo, and then the bass flute coming in. Obviously a wind player. Nobody writes wind quartets unless they play wind. This is what I was talking about earlier with the tempo changes, right? Subtle tempo changes. We started, I think, at 80, goes to 85. It's subtle. Even with the MIDI playback, it was like, oh, it was okay, but real life players will make it even better. Bro, I'm sure you got to get somebody to perform this. I will help you find performers for this. I will actually, if you're in the chat, send me an email. Seriously, if you're in the chat, I'll put this on my Instagram story saying I'm looking for my Instagram gets pretty good traction. A lot of musicians follow me. I'm serious. I will help you get this performed. Send me an email saying something like, "Hey, blah blah blah, flute quartet on your stream." I'll find the email. The little ornaments, the registers are good. This stuff, the great, just subtle little change in rhythm. Like this piece looks like this has been revised, reworked, maybe brought into a composition lesson, or just somebody who really knows how to like work through and trim. You know, this kind of stuff, right? Where the no slurs, like this, not, slurring the melody, but keeping the articulated the articulated tones, then bringing in the slurs later. I don't know if that was intentional, but it's a good orchestrative technique. The all staccato tutti stuff, it's good. It's great. I do like how it doesn't have the. I'm trying to find how I can dock other points. this kind of stuff, like just you know, maybe a little Rollin, maybe a little ritardando. It ends with just the flute and the alto flute. That's pretty cool, right? It's great. I got nothing else to say, man. It's a 8. You lost a point because there's no dynamic markings at the beginning. Also, I like that it's just the tempo marking, and there's not like a wistfully or like a dream. Like it's just quarter note equals 80. I love that. This good stuff here, you know, little runs. It's badass. It's incredible. Oh my God. Antonio, oh, you're here. Yeah. Seriously, man. Antonio, you're in the chat. Are you Antonio, what's your background? How did you write? Like, this is a very well-written piece of music. Real quick, can you how did it all work? What was the practice there? There's a story. Yeah, did you is master's undergraduate? What's the move? Did you get a master's? This is master's degree level composition work. Bro's gonna be like, oh, I didn't actually go to school for music. I live in a hut. I live under a bridge in rural Pakistan, and I write on MuseScore on my iPhone 2. Oh, fucking brilliant. Oh. Bachelor's in flute, graduated composing a few months ago. Love it. Master's or undergrad? Master's, it sounds like. Yeah. That's yeah, you can see, I'm telling you. All right, let's keep it moving, man. Man, I feel bad for whoever's got to go next, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I am not gonna lie to you. That shit. Let's see. That was Brandon. Brandon next. Brandon is next. Okay. Oh, Brandon, man. I hope you. Oh, Brandon. Here's the demo. All right, Brandon. You got a lot to follow, my guy. Oh, man. Let's see. What are we doing here? I gotta get rid of some of these windows. Man, this is fun, man. I'm appreciating the turnout. All right, up next, without any further ado, is Brandon Pruitt's Nobody Here. It's a SoundCloud demo. I'm excited. No score. Whoa. Sorry, I had to add a little. There's a keyboard part there. Oh, fuck, dude. Fucking me in the ass. Sorry, I'm not trying to be gross. That shit was crazy fire. Tight. Sorry, I swear a lot when I like shit. That shit was crazy. Chat summary. Quality may vary. Chat is commenting on a live performance of a... What is this? This is AI chat summary? That's a weird feature. Chat is responding positively to music being played on the stream, complimenting the artists and discovering the different genres being showcased. Wow, AI chat summary? Is that a thing? That's cooked. I just read that. Okay. So I have a couple of thoughts. There's this, it's not a 10. If this was a composition lesson, this would be a 10. But this is now a music production critique, right? This is feedback now. Compositional 10. The break beat that then went into like a fucking like punk rock prog anthem at the end was fucking ridiculous. Totally got me off. Bro, totally got me. I was like, what? I was sort of noodling around in that E flats. So like there's like 2 chords in the whole fucking song, but it was just like it was like sort of just like 1/4, which is fine. That has nothing to do with anything. Sorry, my brain is going a million miles a minute. But I'll tell you why it's not a 10. Because one, you said, here's a demo. If you hadn't told me it was a demo, I would have given you some notes that saying like, it sounds like a demo. But wait, that doesn't make sense. I realized that made no sense. Pathos, are you actually leaving? Peace, Pathos. Good to see you. Wait, what was I saying? So because some of the mixing is off, right? It's a demo, so I'm not sure that I need to. I'm not really sure I need to like comment on the mix as being not great. Like it's solid, but there were some issues in like just overall balance. My one big thing, and I circled, is this dry vocals. Your vocals are very dry. Now, this is where this like music production thing takes over, right? Where it's like, oh, add reverb and delay. It's very spacey. The song is a vibey, spacey, upbeat. If you add reverb and delay, you will ruin it. Maybe like a really short plate reverb, maybe. But here's what I like. The vocals need to be more dry and more up face. More in your face. Like slam that with a compressor, because I want to hear your vocals. Like, check. I almost just blew out my microphone. I want to hear your vocals like up here. Like real, just like vocals, just like real up close and just really intimate the whole time. What I really want to hear. Not like that. That sounds crazy. Because that's what's that dry vocal, and then maybe some distortion on the vocals, because reverb and delay is gonna fucking squash the mix. It's gonna blow it out. It's not gonna make. What is going on with my microphone? My microphone is tweaking out. Hold on a sec. Dude, I think I just fried my mic. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Sorry. Can we hear? Check 1 2. Hold on a sec. Sorry. We gotta put this on pause. Can we? How's the mic? Better? Okay. Yeah, I just fucked up my mic. Incredible. I know. It's funny, I tweaked with the parameters, but I fried my mic. This mic is very old. Okay. Well, can we get some super chats, please? I'm going to have to order a new mic as soon as I finish this because I can't make videos without my microphone. So Seth just fucked up his mic. Oh, wait. Better? Check 1 2. All right. Anyway, that was scary. Dude, my heart is beating so fast because this is the only mic I have. And buy Seth, buy merch. This is the only microphone I have, and that would have completely fried and fucked up my whole shit. Very weird. Anyway. Yeah, great, fantastic piece of music. The dry vocals don't squash a great mix. With reverb and delay, compositionally sound, very, very cool, very creative. I would and I mean this seriously, like I would listen to more of your music. Yeah. Fried the mic for the joke. Hey, that was scary. My heart is like absolutely pounding. Man, Brandon, thank you so much for sharing, man. I look forward to hearing what else you got cooked up. Brandon, send me another or I'm gonna go ahead and mark your email. I'm gonna give you a star in my email inbox because that shit deserves a star, and I want to contact you later. And then my flute guy, man. All right, let's keep it moving. We got going. All right, we're still on. Okay, we're not even close to, bro. Like the super chats are crazy, but I gotta. Let's see, Antonio, Philip Bailey. Antonio, did you send me a follow-up email? Hold on, I gotta find Antonio. I gotta mark Antonio. I gotta give Antonio a star because I gotta follow up with them later. All right, let's keep it moving. Next top chat was Fantasy of the Stars. Fantasy by Ash, the composer. We are still only on the $10 super chats, so I hate to be that guy, but I don't think we're going to get to all of our super chats tonight. So if you want to get a bump, you're going to have to beat the $10 super chat. It sounds cringe for me to say that, but like I literally would be here literally the entire night, just getting to everybody. I've gotten like almost 200 submissions. So 10 is the number to beat. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait for next time. All right, let's keep it moving. Fantasy of the Stars. All right, we're pulling this up. Ash, the composer. I like your name. Ooh, wait. Oh, wait. It's got a YouTube video of the score? Oh, very nice. I accept this. Oh, this will say okay, the score is in the I'm going to pull up. No, I got to pull up the score this way because I need to be able to look at it as it's going. So, Fantasy of the Stars. Let's pull this up. Show in file. Put it into OBS. OBS right now is like, bro, what are you doing to me? Window capture. Yes. Fantasy of the Stars. 3, 2, 1 more time. Give it up, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary friends. For fuck. God damn it. Transition. I'm trying to make this smooth and I'm failing miserably. What happened? Fantasy of the Stars by Ash. Okay. Oh, very nice. I like the snare solo. Ooh. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that was weird. Wait, what? Bro, I got lost. Okay, no, I didn't. Nice little callback to the snare thing. Good use of melody in the brass and low. Dun, 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 dun. Add the winds. Winds need to be there. Good transition. Oh, I love the xylophone with the mutes. Very, very nice. What? Clarinet duet. Where did this like key click MIDI come from? Like it went from very MIDI to like key clicky. What? Oh my god. Okay. Very, very cool. Very, very nice. Very, 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 very well done. Ooh. We got 12-pound super chat. Okay, Ash, let's talk about it. I only had one note, but it's a note that I found sort of throughout. So, good with the bad. It started off weak. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you. It started off pretty weak. I remember a colleague of mine once saying, mezzo piano and mezzo forte beginnings, 15. Oh my God, super chats coming in crazy. Song for Butterfly total, but that's okay. Whitlow Sparks, thank you. That a colleague of mine once said that mezzo piano and mezzo forte are the worst way to start because it's non-committal. It'd either be soft or be loud. And it's funny because we all do it, right? We all are like, well, I don't want it to be too soft. I don't want it to be too loud. It's supposed to be liminal and in between. It's a poor communication because you're going to get mezzo piano means mediocre at the beginning. Now you can use these markings later on. But from a performance standpoint, it's really coincidental, if not ironic, that your mezzo piano opening led to a mezzo piano opening. Quickly changed speeds into the snare. Yeah, it seems like it almost feels like it was supposed to start here maybe, and then somebody told you like it needs an intro, and so you're like, oh fuck, I got to put an intro on it. And so you just added this kind of mediocre intro. But that really didn't That short-lived, truly short-lived. Great piece. There was a point in the middle where it started doing this wonky little kind of out-of-tune cutesy jig, which I absolutely loved. Was hilarious. It was great. Tempo changes again, subtle. Obviously, you're pretty experienced. The big note that I had was that there were parts that were under-orchestrated. Particularly when let's go with the big super chat's going absolutely ham today. This is going absolutely crazy. Y'all are being super awesome. Oh man, Jackson with the $20, bro. Y'all need to chill out. This is awesome. I feel like a real live streamer. All right, I'm trying to stay focused here. Trying to stay focused. So yeah, a little under orchestrated. When the low stuff kind of came in, it was cool, but it didn't go anywhere. Like at this point, as it's crescendoing and building up, particularly here, this rhythm, the bum 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 bum, start adding in these people here. Give the winds, you know, starting piano and crescendoing, so that this building texture, you know, it starts with just the the horns and bones going, and then the trumpets join in, or the winds particularly, this really lush, rich orchestration starts unfolding, right? Because it like, why are just the horns, the poor trumpets, they're like, why are we, you know, and then the winds come in and it's like, oh, because I wanted to wait and bring the winds in for the bump, ba-dum, ba-dum. But it's like like nobody's going to, you know, this is melodic content. It can be playing supported content in the accompaniment up here. Particular, that's where it stood out to me the most. And that was my big note, was under orchestrated, all circled. Now, that's not to say that you didn't have good orchestration decision. Oh, this is where I got lost. I didn't see the tempo change. I was like, wait, where are we? Because it moved really slow. Wait, no, I didn't. Wait, what? Okay, L moment. That was weird. So, and it's funny because this is reminiscent of the intro, but it worked here. You see what I'm saying? Like this kind of the eighth note into the half note, quarter note rhythms, you know, just keeping it real straightforward. I think this intro could be like orchestral, like trill / slides up, and get rid of this weak shit. Yeah. Man, I have some talented friends here. Followers. I don't know. What are they called? What do I call them? Fans, I guess. Really just excellent stuff. But yeah, get rid of this intro and or fix it or something. I don't know. Oh, and this last chord should be wonky. Add some spicy notes in here. Make that chord, what is it? That's like a C. Is it just a C9 with an F? Wait, is this score in C, or is this a transposed score? B. Oh wait, no, I see. Never mind. It's clustery. Add some spicy notes. All right, we got to keep it moving. $10 super chats are not going to cut it. Sorry, Duncan. We got to jump over to Willow Sparks, who had sent, I think, £5 earlier. And Willow Sparks has spent £20 total, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Let's get to Song for a Butterfly. Ash, fantastic piece, 8 out of 10. Fix some of those, fix that intro, doctor up that orchestration, and it's a 10, I promise. Don't include my total. What? Oh my God! With the $20, man, y'all are going absolutely crazy right now. All right, song for Butterfly. Oh wait, I'm in my wrong email address. I got to change back over to my correct email address. Here it is. Song for Butterfly. No score. No score. Cool. Third year of university. Song was part of a final project by Twilight Therapy. I don't know what is Twilight Therapy. Oh my God. Did I just... Oh, I accidentally got rid of myself. I didn't realize I was invisible the whole time. Lol. All right, without any further ado, we have... I'm not going to say their name, but it is Song for Butterfly. Their name in the chat is... Willow. Willow Sparks, Song for Butterfly. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Challenge is a man without arms. His heart aches so deeply from the body to the scars. In truth, we've gathered to see this event. The crowd is in tears, for his mother is wept. Day and night we come for some kind of mercy. The man is deformed and his hubris is ending.
What is happening?
Love is just a game, and your axe is just a name.
Dude, can we make queer, progressive, psychedelic metal a thing?
The man is an angel, you mustn't forget. He's vertically challenged, but very secure. Horizontally managed by acting a fool. Day and night the crowd will cheer for his antics. Hold on now, Butterfly, he's coming with a vengeance!
Oh my God. Dude, I would eat ass to this song. The organ part is crazy. Oh my God, into a two-step.
Butterfly's the name, he's a man without restraint. If you've got the license to kill, you can catch him all you want, but the lessons they will learn are torture in nature for the will.
I would eat so much ass to this music. I'm not ready. now it's like I've worked my way from the ass over to the front. Yeah.
Look at him go, he could drive all around. The helmet does nothing to stop his amount. A man of such blessing
Willow.
and mild pedigree.
Willow, drop
His
your
life
band's
is
name in IG,
everything to what
and
you
Javier
see.
will pin it.
Day and night, he can seem so pretentious. But this man is a god, spreading all of his wisdom.
With the piano strings at the end. What just happened? What the actual fuck did I just listen to? What the actual living God? That was incredible. Okay. Whew. That was so cool. Who are you? Can we be friends? For the love of God, can we please be friends? I know what your real name is because it's in your email account. I'm sending you an email. I just sent you an email. Wait. Okay, email sent. Okay. I truly don't have any, like, I don't have any criticisms. I don't have any feedback. I only have praise. This is an 11. This is an actual true 11. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it. It has quite literally everything that is possibly needed in a piece of music. It had sound mass experimental, that banging on the strings, the piano strings at the end, the weird sound mass stuff. It had heavy metal, it had theater, it had weird lyrics, psychedelic imagery, brilliant instrumentation, orchestration. It bounced around between psychedelic and just heavy fucking, like, insane, like, breaknecking thrash. That weird little, like, two-step dance beat that was just, like, panned over to the left with the high pass filter. The guitar starting off with the chorus. Actually, the only thing, and this is, you will not get docked. The very beginning, I was like, oh, it's a rock song. Hold on, I'm gonna listen to the beginning again. It was such a journey. Right, like, this is badass. The drums, great harmony. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because this goes on too long. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm there? Because, yeah, that's right. Because it started off as like, oh, sick intro chords. And then I thought it was just going to be like funky. Just like what I was doing with my mouth was like the type, just these weird little slidey, funky, not necessarily guitar, but just some kind of, and I know this is like done already, whatever. And I'm not saying you should change it, but like there's so much, just some little something to hold on to at the beginning. Because it's already so maximalist. Like this is everything that I want in a piece of music, right? But just, some kind of weird little otherworldly, little line that's sort of floating after those really kind of like prog fusion chords. Absolutely. More, I know, right? More layers. So, Willow, is that your entire composition? Is that all? Like, did you write that all, or was that like a band? Or that seems like that came from the mind of one part. Are you also the singer by any chance? But yeah, dude, fucking queer thrash theater, prog, jazz, metal, punk, fucking more of it. Yeah, that was absolutely spectacular. I don't have much more to say. We are in top chat mode right now, and good God, I can't believe I'm not even going to get to even close to everybody who. So right now we are in the top chat is Cybermonkey with a $25 super chat. $25. And I will be going for another 45 minutes. I will end at my term midnight. I know some of you are up late. If I don't get to everybody, I'm so sorry, but I'm just going to keep it moving because I don't want to take up any more time talking. But seriously, Willow, like that was like, thank you for sharing your art. I am truly honored that you. I like to think that like you, like I am your fan. I don't know if you're a fan of me, but you obviously follow my content enough to want to share it. And so the fact that you, like, I am humbled by you sharing that. So thank you. Cybermonkey, you're up. I hope. Okay, Woodwind duet, perfect. Woodwind duet has 2 scores. Are these the same score? Why do I see 2 scores? I'm assuming that they're the same. All right, let's download this. You sent 2 of the same. Oh, I see. In C. Cool. Thank you for the in C score. We love C scores. All right, we're going to pull over the score so that we can see it. Then we're going to listen to Cybermonkey, who has a fantastic name. Woodwind score in C. I'm getting better at this, figuring out how to move to top. Cool. All right. Without any further ado, Cybermonkey's Woodwind duet. Peter Pan. This sounds like a live recording. This isn't MIDI. It's multi-movement. Okay. Okay, this is really long, isn't it? Oh, nice. Okay. Love it. It's amazing how much the difference non-MIDI versus MIDI goes. Like, I'm assuming you're here in the chat, right? Butterfly, who are you? What's your name? Cybermonkey, rather. You are you're here. Those aren't MIDI instruments. If those are MIDI instruments, I will die. Because those are the best MIDI instruments I've ever heard in my entire life. Okay. You had the top super chat, so we're going to listen to the whole thing. It is pretty long. It's multi-movement, but let's keep it moving. It's beautiful. I love it. The repeats don't feel necessary to me. I'm just gonna be honest, and that's not me being like, oh, the stream is too long, but the repeats are unnecessary compositionally, and I would tell you that anyway. It's not like I don't understand why. Like, what is it doing for me? You know, it's not like minimalism requires repeats for this meditative quality. And not that it's not meditative. I think there is a meditative quality to it, but I don't really understand why there needs to be the repeats. Keep it moving. Beautiful. Love it. All right, this is the third movement. Or section, I guess. They're not labeled as movements, but they're sectioned like movements. Fast. This is a fast one. Wait, what? No, slow movement. Whoa. All right. Javier, thanks for coming in. Yeah, anybody can submit. Seth is davidisseth@gmail.com. I like the character of the whole. Like, I feel like it's a journey that's sort of like leading me into it's making me wonder, like, who are these two characters? Who are these two people, and why are they locked in this sort of just longing conversation, you know. No, I don't want. It's not that it's like long-winded, pun intended, not intended rather, but it is very much a narrative. I love those little minor second suspended chords. But a lot of the finally, the low register of the clarinet. Good God. I forgot what that sounded like. Very nice. Cool. Hey. Whoa, I love that register change. We're here. Ooh, I don't know about this counting. A smooth 8-minute wind duet. Very, very nice. Very cool. So let's talk about it. This is going to. Has the clarinet played above the register of the flute? That's a funny question. That was kind of the register was something that I was very kind of aware of. A lot of the sound was homogenized a lot. Like it very much, it was giving, like it was very much a wall of sound. It was this diatonic harmony. It was not all diatonic, like not necessarily functional, but it was modal. It was easy to listen to, little chromatic notes here and there. It didn't have... So, like, this is funny. This is now, like, a composition lesson going to turn philosophical. From a compositional wind musical practice, pedagogical / repertoire base, this is a good piece of music. You know, it looks relatively easy to play. I'm not a wind player, but you know, there's nothing particularly challenging. There's a couple of counting things like here. There was one part in particular I was like, what? I think it was like half note triplets, but they were beamed as eighth notes. I don't know. Nothing crazy. From a compositional side, you know, I would say you could definitely do more. It's for something that's so long, the overall mood. No, don't need to be. Cyber Monkey is a string player. No scores required. So there doesn't need to, like, how do I say this? Like, there's nothing distinctive about the individual movements aside from their tempo. You know, they're all sort of floating. Alex, did I not send... Alex, I reviewed the wrong piece. That's hilarious. I'm very sorry. Hi, Alex. Alex is now at $20 super chat. So it makes me... Like, now the philosophical side, like, who is this for? Is this for just people who go to, you know, conferences for clarinet and flute, like flute players and clarinet players, it's like, oh, what a cool piece. But like for the audience, like it's pretty long, and a duet alone having just, you know, this sort of two-timbred project doesn't really give me, what am I, like, I enjoyed it because I know what a duet for clarinet, a B-flat clarinet and a flute should sound like. And I understand the compositional exercise of writing a duet that's in 5 movements and why it should last 8 minutes. Because it just makes sense. And you're exploring these sort of textures and character moods with a sort of limited harmonic vocabulary to create an essence, right? To create an overall feeling. And that is captured, and I understand that sort of in a cerebral way. But the visceral response, and this is like not a stab at you and your decision to write a woodwind duet. Like, it's funny that it's called a woodwind duet for woodwind duet, because this is the most woodwind duet of all woodwind duets. It has it's got articulations. It uses sort of the melodic voicing of the instrument. It's written for the instrument in a way that makes sense for the instrument to be played. And I know that sounds redundant, but it's like, but what is this doing in a philosophical sense to further music? Like, this could be anything. That doesn't mean it's not good. It doesn't mean that it's not beautiful. It is, and it's both of those things. But I will forget that this piece exists because there was nothing that like struck me in any profound way, harmonically, rhythmically, you know, like in the sense of like a performance. Like I would, you know, at about the 3-minute mark, I'd be like, oh, cool. I'm waiting for like some flutter tongue or some unusual, you know, textures, you know, it's just a lot of moving notes throughout the entire piece with different tempos. You know, if this was written in like 1912 or not even 1895, it'd be like, oh, this is great. And it is beautiful and it's great and I like it, but it's not doing anything for me. It's not stimulating or tickling my brain. And this is, you know, something in between philosophy, music production, and like I would take this and turn it into this 8-minute piece into a 20-minute piece by taking this and then messing with it in a DAW and adding sound effects, or not like sound effects like hee-haw, but exploring what it could be. So it doesn't do anything for me in like a philosophical aesthetic sense, if that makes sense. But it's still really good. Like for what it is, it's a 9 out of 10 for woodwind duets. But as far as like a piece of music in the sense of this in and of itself exists as a consumable good, which unfortunately what music is, and art for the sake of art, you know, it doesn't give me something to sink my teeth into. But then again, that could be applied to any woodwind duet, you know? So I feel like I'm being harsh, but I'm kind of, you know, I would challenge you to think about when you sit down to write something. And this is coming from somebody who wrote tons of stuff like this. I wrote so much of it. And honestly, good on you for getting people to perform it. Not because like, oh my God, who would want to perform this? But like the fact that you have a recording of this is awesome. And that's a great artistic accomplishment. So my challenge for you would be next time that you get 2 performers to perform your music, really push them to, you know, to push yourself and engage. Like I imagine this was relatively easy for them to play, you know, push the envelope a little bit, try something weird, try something performative, some wonky tunings, you know, some more meditative, you know, kind of experimental techniques, you know. Yeah, it's cool. So 7 out of 10 for a piece of music just because it's well written. 9 out of 10 as a composition, but as a piece of art, yeah, like a 6 or 7. So fucking, does he still think it's live? Is it not? Is this really MIDI? Those are some really good, that's a good MIDI library. Dude, maybe my ears, maybe I got ear fatigue. Is it really MIDI? That's hilarious. Oh my god! After all that, that's Muse. Oh my god! I'm humiliated. I'm gonna quit. I give up. It's Muse score. I think we should listen to it again. Damn, Muse score stepping up. That's hilarious. Okay. Anyway, well, I'm gonna pretend that I didn't just go all out on that. Anyway, moving on. All right. 4 a.m. Yoshi Cookie. Bridge by B. Bridge by B. All right, let's keep it moving. The score is, ooh, incredible. Download this. You know, it's funny. I actually did some sponsored work for MuseScore, and now I feel like they can just, like trim this and be like, Seth David thought that our MIDI score instruments were fucking real. I'm gonna pretend that I'm not embarrassed, but oh, sweet, it opened up. Alrighty. I'm going to go back and listen to it and see. Yeah. All right. Whatever. I'll take that L. All right. The Bridge. This is by, who is it by? Yoshi Cookie Club, a.k.a. B. Oh, very nice. I love the tremolos. This is definitely live. This is definitely not a MIDI orchestra. Hello, Disney. I know, it's not, I was joking. No, I wasn't. I thought it was real. Oh, nice. I totally lost track of where we are. minor 4. Yeah, I totally lost track of the score. So, yes. Okay. Really, really cool. Great little piece, not little piece of music. That was a fairly lengthy piece of music. Sorry, I'm going to talk about this. I just need to address what's going on in the chat with the super chats. Because I will absolutely not get time tonight. So I just want to just do a quick check-in, because I'm super appreciative of all the super chats. Right now, like where we're at in the queue, we haven't even gotten to the $10. We haven't even gotten to the $10 super chat. We're still on the $20 super chats. Actually, Jackson, Mike Fun plus Bump was supposed to go next. Yoshi, I'm sorry I cut you off. Or Jackson, I got this out of order. And I have my work cut out to do this, because the super chats absolutely came in clutch. And I want to be respectful of everybody who donated. And you will get a spot. I'm going to be doing these streams weekly every Wednesday at this time. And if it gets too crazy, I will add a weekend stream. But I have to figure out a system so that I remember everybody, because honestly, I got way more than I thought. And as far as like not non-super chat people, like I want to make sure that you have an opportunity, but like I'm not even remote. Like I have like 200 emails from everybody, which is super humbling. But like, basically, if you don't do a super chat, you don't get a review, and that's not fair. So I might have to do some kind of, I'm going to work with my Discord staff, and we're going to talk about like how to make this more streamlined, because I was not sure how this was going to go, and I want to make sure that I'm giving everybody the time that they deserve. And so I'm very humbled and I'm very grateful. So if I don't get to you tonight, I will get to you next time, I promise, if you did a super chat. I'm going to go through, and I'm just going to literally have to go through and see which ones I did, which ones I didn't, because I forget. So anyways, okay. Housekeeping over. So yes, the short answer is if you did a super chat, yes, you will go, the queue will continue. Like we'll just pick up where we left off at the beginning next time. But I'm going to talk to some staff. Well, I can't alternate, but we'll do like a raffle system. Anyways, okay, let's talk about this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful score. So Gigglebun says, "Oh, there are days that people don't donate." So I'm just gonna be totally transparent. Like, the super chats help me and help support the channel. I don't make much money on this YouTube. I put in for the videos that I do. I make, it's hours and hours of work, and I might make like $4 on a video or something like that. And I do it because I love doing it, and I love all of you, and I love the opportunity to share what I do. But basically saying no, you can't super chat is like saying, like, I'll teach free lessons. I don't know. I have to think about it. But maybe we'll do some Discord only raffles, that kind of a thing. Anyways, let's get to this bridge by Brigitte. Is that a word? I'm stupid. All right. The tremolo intro. So this is an example of a great intro, because people asking like, hey, I donated $12. Like, all right. This is the last thing that I'm going to say. I want to get to every single one of you. I promise I will at some point in future streams. I'm going to be doing these streams weekly. But think about it like this. If I went like 5 hours in, if I'm not, my ears, like I can't listen to that much music and give valuable feedback. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, I gave you a $15 or a $12 donation. And then it's like hour 5. I'm like, it's cool. I don't know what you want me to say. I like it. I dislike it. You know what I mean? Like it requires an extreme amount of energy for me to really digest because I listen with such critical ears and I want to provide the best feedback and the best insights that I possibly can because I value music most of all. First and foremost, I respect music too much to just give a brazen review, and I know that I can't do this for 8 hours at a time, you know? So, okay, anyways. This is a great example of a fantastic intro. You know, it sets the tone of texture. There's a soft sort of melody. There's some pedal tones. It looks like there's a lot going on, but really it's just creating this beautiful soup. And we have the percussion doing little things. You know, like everything is moving, but it doesn't feel like too much, but it's very well orchestrated. There's some really nice mood markings, and there's some tasteful tempo changes. The harmonic language and the vocabulary that is used throughout is engaging. You know, it's giving very much like this cinematic, you know, I think I made a joke about Disney earlier on. You know, yes, this is kind of post-romantic, you know, neo-romantic, kind of for the modern age film score type stuff. The MIDI really was lacking, so it's hard to get over that. But I'm able to at least comprehend what's happening in the music. The use of thematic development was tasteful and exceptional. Sorry, like I'm trying to give, like I'm actually, that thing I was saying about providing valuable insight, like I can feel myself on the tail end. And now I feel bad. Because I was talking and I'm like, what? I remember what it sounded like, but it's all starting to blend together. Let's see here. Like my overall takeaway, so this is going to be the whole thing of providing my ideas of what music and what I look for in music as opposed to objectively. So objectively speaking, this is not the type of music that I necessarily I don't like this type of music. And when I say I don't like it, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and I don't think that you did anything incorrect. This is just not the type of thing that I go out of my way to listen to. So I am operating from a framework of, you know, because my response would be like, oh, mess it up, add some really weird chords and time signature changes, you know, make it sound like it's supposed to be pretty and beautiful, but then in the middle, you know, it totally disrupts and becomes something else. And it's like, well, that's not what this piece is designed to do. But I think that there's value in exploring areas that you aren't necessarily interested when it comes to music. So in the same way that I say, fuck up the whole score and like add like a weird aleatoric section where it's like play any note you want and then slowly work your way back to the principal theme into unison. It's like, okay, well, I don't want to do that. And in the same way that I might suggest that, I in my own music will be like, well, instead of making something crazy and weird, what about trying to keep with something traditional and then find little ways to introduce, you know, these more sort of outsider aesthetics into the piece of music. Now, whether that's rhythmic, whether that's performative, whether that's by like using extended techniques, whether that's harmonic or melodic, you know, that's ultimately up to you as the composer. But, you know, I would challenge you to how can I create this same texture and mood, but still add something that is a little bit different, that's going to catch people off guard. You know, I'm trying to see, like, was there any solo instruments? There was like a solo trumpet. I remember that came in, and I remember thinking, oh, that's so. It was like a muted trumpet. Where is that? I definitely heard it. You know, like, you're obviously a very proficient composer. Like, look at this great counterpoint. The orchestration is fantastic. But it's a lot of eighth notes and quarter notes and dotted halves and et cetera, et cetera. And, it is what it is. But where is that little added spice, when a lot of things start falling into place? And ironically, it's that the more grand scale things are, the more susceptible you are to becoming that sort of stagnant every otherness, because we had that Celesta waltz that was the simplest, most straightforward piece of music, but because it was so easy to follow and understand that it was what it was easy to digest and easy to understand. Whereas something like this is like, delicious, a big bowl of ice cream with lots of toppings, all the toppings, nuts and Heath bar and chocolate chips and sprinkles and chocolate fudge, and it's, peanut butter ice cream. And it's like, that's awesome. And some people love that. But not, sometimes people just want a really good, tasteful vanilla with chocolate and with a chocolate fudge. And it's like, okay, so what is all this extra stuff and how do I explore that? And what that looks like for you, I can't really say, but nothing in this piece made me say, all I see is an extremely learned, proficient, sensible composer. And a lot of people, that's what they want to be, and that's what they need to be, and that's what the world needs them to be. And for that, I am so grateful. But I do wonder, what other kinds of music could you write that didn't sound like that? And then what would those elements sound like if you injected little bits of them? It might be a weird percussion, like listening to Bartók. I think Bartók's Concerto for Orchestra is a fantastic element. Oh my God, words. A fantastic example of the type of things that can be done with an orchestra. It's safe. This is a very safe piece of music. Fucking love it though. Fuck yeah, this is such a fucking fun stream. All right, man, we got one more. Who do we do? I almost feel like we should pull... Well, the funny thing is, I feel like if I pull somebody who's not a super chat, chances are they're not here, and that would be fun. What do you think? All right, so let's be honest, chat. Should I pull somebody who didn't give a super chat? Would just pull a random email? Or should we do the next top chat? And once again, I promise super chats will go next. If you're still here and you sent a super chat, send me an email that says super chat. Just forward me your email, forward me your initial email, and just say super chat. And I am going to go back and look to make sure not everybody's doing that. So if you did, just put that you were here and that you put a super chat, re-forward me your initial email, and I'll make sure you get on it. And then I'm going to develop a system. So what do we think we should do? Next top super chat, or we should do a random one? What's the take? What's the word? Gamble? All right. I'm gonna try and let's see. Fish. Put a fish in the fish emoji in the chat if you think that we should do the next top super chat, or robot emoji if you think we should gamble. Fish means next super chat. Robot means gamble. Rhodes, I feel like you are very much... Where are you at, Rhodes? How much did you send? Rhodes, you can't... I still got $20 super chats and 15 to get to. And I'm so grateful. I hate that I have to do it this way, but I don't know how else to do it. I see two fish. I see robots. I'm seeing robots. I'm seeing the robots. Jackson, yes, you will absolutely go next stream. All right, the robots have spoken. We're going rogue. So once again, if you sent a super chat and I didn't get to you, resend your email. Go to your sent inbox and then respond. And just say super chat or a robot emoji or something. Yeah, Jackson, I'm gonna give you full attention because you've been strong. I appreciate you. All right, here we go. We're going rogue. Dude, I have 132 emails. All right, pick a number between 1. Pick a number between 1 and 100. 1 and 130. 1 and 130. Somebody give me a number. Yeah, type super chat so that I know it was you. Yes, just super chat, super chat. It's email heading super chat, and then the name of your piece. All right, here we go. 17. 17 was the first response. All right, here we go. It's going to be funny if it's already somebody who went, because obviously I'll just do whatever the next one is. All right, 17 is the number. Going all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Funny title. I wrote a string quartet. It's my first one. And the email heading is Funny Bald Music Man. His email says, I wrote a string quartet and it's my first one and kind of a whip, W-I-P. I'm going to pair it with a second rondo and make one of those cutesy contrasting character piece shtick. Gotta dedicate it to the Baconator. Love it. All right. Without any further ado, it's a score video. It is a string quartet that looks to be about 4 minutes long. All right. Here we go. We're going to jump over to here. Put this, share this window in OBS. Window capture, window yes. Oh my God, where is it? All right. With absolutely no further ado whatsoever, here is Funny Bald Music Man. And it's called Music to Listen to While You Are in Rocket League Training. Fuck yeah. What's going on? Oh, it's a screen recording. It's a screen recording. Yes! With the most MIDI ass instruments. Let's fucking go. Hell fucking yeah. God. How long is this? I'm not making fun of it. This is can't. The chat is going away. Everyone's like, dude, I just dropped a $20 super chat and I didn't get to go. Meanwhile, nice. Yes. Come on now. Lord, we in this place. Hold on. We got to wait for the 9 bars of text. Chat, we're cooked. Chat, we are cooked. Bro. We're cooked. I feel bad. I'm really not mocking this person. Like I just as much as I value everybody who's felt like they wanted to share. Josh, if you're on this stream, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate your effort. Jackson, I don't think you're gonna want to follow that, bro. Jackson, man, I think you should just give up, bro. Ain't nobody trying to follow that masterpiece. That was the gem of all gems. Okay, let's talk about it. So there was nothing remarkable about it. I think the fact that it was the most basic General Sibelius MIDI actually made it better. It's you. I'm so happy. Like I'm really like, I'm not trying to be, I apologize if this is coming across as rude. I'm really not. So, and I'm going to give my honest feedback. Because I truly value music. I think there was just something really funny about, like, you know, getting into this, like, oh, I want to get the best, and then like that was it really was the perfect ending. Like, it added a much needed levity. Like, I'm just gonna be transparent. I was feeling a little anxious. I'm like, man, I didn't get to everybody. I don't want to let anyone down. I'm always worried about letting people down. No need to talk about it. It's perfect. So my take for you, who is that? Fuzzivelez. Yeah, sorry. If it was shorter, like, okay, it's almost like it broke my brain. It's 11 out of 10. Chat, what do you think? 11 out of 10? Let's just say it's an 11 out of 10 and just wrap up there. My piece of advice for you is to write 10 more of those same string quartets and make them a third length so that they're between 1 to 1.5 to 2 minutes long, and write them all sounding as different as you possibly can. Write 5 different of those and make them as different and wild and out there, because that was very much like, I listened to some Mozart string quartets and I'm imitating Mozart. And there's no value in imitating Mozart, right? It's good to, like, learn the techniques, but only if you plan on getting rid of, you know, just like throwing those rules out the window. Write 5 more. Please submit more. Please continue to write. But seriously, like, that's like Pokemon Yellow, fucking, like, that's like some loading screen, old school. I love it. It's great. I really appreciate it. It's awesome. I love, like, and also, to be totally straight, like, this, your email heading, funny ball, like, everything about that was funny. Your email was funny. The fact that it was just generic Sibelius, the fact that it was a screen recording and you didn't even trim the video of you, like, scrolling through it and pressing play. The fact that you left that in there, like it made my night. All right, everybody. Let's get our super chat emails in so that I know to star you. Super chat. Submission, super chat. I see super chats. And I'm going to go through and watch the stream and make note of the super chat here. So that way I actually know who I miss. I can't believe that we didn't even get to the $10 chats, man. We had to wrap it up on the $20 chats. And I've been streaming now for nearly 4 hours. So we did Alex. All right, I'm just gonna have to go through and I'm hoping that I can look at the. I'm just gonna do a screen grab so that I remember. Let's see, Jackson. We didn't get to you. I'm just screen grabbing. Let's see, augmented U-turn. I didn't get to you. Alex, I'm gonna get your right piece. We did get Calamity theme flute quartet. Oh no, yeah, of course we got that. Entra got this. Gabe C, we didn't get you. Willow Sparks, fucking tight. Willow, man, I know you're just you just got totally wrapped up by that badass string quartet, man. Oh fuck, dude, can't imagine being. You thought you were goated. Paranormal, we got Henry Home, me third. Oh no, okay, all right. So there's only a few. There's only a few that we missed. And we'll start with Jackson next time. Alex is correct piece because I did the wrong piece. Augmented U-turn. And Rhodes. Hold on. Shit. I almost forgot you, Rhodes. Golly, that would have made me a dick. All right. Chat. I got to go to bed. I got work in the morning. It's been real. Katarina, we'll see. We'll keep it moving. All right, everybody. Buy merch. Go buy merch. Support your local. Yeah, RIP finale. Support your local YouTubers. Link in bio. Thank you to everybody. The winner, I think, is Fuzzy Velez. Absolutely took the cake. 11 out of 10. Everybody, thank you all so much for tuning in.